Hello, it's Johnny. I have new stuff to show you. I have added a new animation, and also want to talk about. We just found out that last time when I was trying to change the screen, from small to big, I was having problem because I used the pixel. So it looked like there's more bug on this Hilo hack, which is expected because something new like this just came out. We're going to run into a couple of stuff problem. So by me testing it and doing demo and modify it, we were able to point out some of the issue that we see, like the 6-button issue. If you play like a game that like Street Fighter, it requires 6 button, and the 6 button here apparently doesn't work. And also, if you change if you're inside a game and you try to play something, the game, if you use a pixel, it won't let you change the size. But let me show you some. Oh, this is the other one if you guys haven't seen it. And also I changed the background to look like the original, so when people look at it, they would know, oh, this is look like the same thing, but you have a hack stuff on it, correct? So that's pretty cool. And we're gonna go to the setting and I'll show you some of the new stuff that I changed. Cool, huh? Instead of the old man, we don't know his name, we have Kent and Yu doing their special Harukas, whatever you call it, power. Okay, so that is being changed. I've been wanting to change that for a long time. I just never get around to it because I'm so busy trying to get the bomb and get the stuff to you guys so you guys can play with it. So if you choose the game, let's go ahead and choose. Let's choose Sega Genesis for now, because the icon is a little bit different. And sometimes this will work, sometimes it won't. Okay, so let's play a game and I'll show you what I'm talking about the. So let's try something totally different. We already tried those already. All right, let's try Street of Rage 2. And I also changed one of the animation where when you exit out the game and you try to save. This one is pretty cool. I hope it works. I haven't really looked at it myself. This is the first time. If it doesn't work, I'll go back and fix it. Now, if you guys want to see the video how I did it, I have it at the end of this video. So if you want to, just watch it and it will tell you how I did it. So it's not that bad. It's pretty, I mean, it's a lot of steps, but it's not too bad. Alright, so let's just start a game real quick. And I believe I changed the sound real low because I have somebody call me. Well, and so I turned the sound down. No, let's make it worse. I'll just turn it off. Okay, let's see if we could. I think it's this one over here. There you go. Alright. Okay, there you go. So let's go ahead and start a game. And let's see if we could save it too. Just to make sure that the save thing does work. Street of Rage, this is my favorite one. It's Street of Rage 2. And there's a lot of hack on top of the Street of Rage 2. You could choose different character, like there's a homebrew hack where you could choose like 23 character. You can even choose the bad guy, and you could also have different one like Ninja Turtle. You could pick Ninja Turtle. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with Sega Genesis. I don't know if I'm going to put it the same way I did with the other one, because I'm thinking about maybe I'll separate them, like fighting game is in a fighting section. So I haven't decided yet. because I have it separated in my computer where fighting game is in fighting and shooting games in the shooting section, so it's not all together. So I don't have to like go looking for. I prefer it that way, so I might do it that way. Alright, so let's go ahead and save it. See that? That's pretty cool, huh? Now if you go save, now you're gonna see something else is pretty cool. I wonder if I could zoom in that. Y'all can see that good? Okay, that's the zoom. Alright, so let's go save. You see that? Isn't that cool? It's Chen-Li switching to Mai. M-A-I, Mai. So Chen-Li changing to Mai. And then you just press save. There you go. So it's a little character. We cannot really make it too big because that's the biggest you could get. So alright, so let's press B and let's exit out and let's go back in and see if it works. So we're gonna press the menu. We're gonna say low, and there is Chen-Li and Mai in disguise. Mai's disguise. I mean, disguise as a Chen-Li, and he's switching back. Oop! I got the start button on. Yeah, it worked. So the save mode and load stage does work on other consoles. So last time I told you it didn't work, it does work, okay? Now those of you who having problem, there is a couple of folder and file changes. So if you want to download this image, it's best is probably is to just remove remove or delete. If you feel comfortable delete it, you could delete it and then just use my ASPH. But if you don't feel comfortable deleting it, just copy it into your computer first and then delete the one on your flash drive and then just use this one. Because there is a couple of stuff that I changed, and if you kept your old setting, it might run into some problem. So it might be best just go ahead and I hate that guy keep on coming stab me with a knife. So it'll probably be best to just remove the whole ASPH folder, remove it and replace it with my with the download you get from me. Okay, make sure to format to FAT32. All right. So yeah, this image is pretty cool. I mean, there's a new change I did. So if you guys want to have this right now, I'll go ahead and put it out there, and you just unzip it and just copy it directly to your flash drive. All right. So you would change those two. So you will change this one, and also it will change when you want to save. It will change this character instead of the, I don't know what character that they put there, but they did a wonderful, you know, they're the one who started and put this idea and allow us to customize and change it, which is wonderful. So you could like, okay, I wanted some different animation, and then you could change it. So right now I don't really have options where you could pick different one. I just like give you this one and the other one. Because it does take a time. It takes about an hour just to get this going, you know, this two animation. So it does take a while to do this. So it's not like I could do it overnight. I could do it in a couple of seconds. It's like it takes a while to make sure they all line up correctly, and So yeah, I had to use like 3 different software to get this to work. All right, so hope you like this new look, and I'll get it up there for you to download. And I will try my best to do the arcade request, because I just got a new list. It's real long, and I come to think about it, it's very hard for you guys to know what I have on the flash drive. So I know I told one guy, can you check before you request it? But at the same time, I never gave you guys a list. So I will put together a list so that you guys could look at, and also you could use the list to create, you could sort them in alphabet order, because all the new add-on is not alphabet order. So I will try to maintain the list as new as possible, as updated as possible, so that way you could put them in order. Now with arcade, it's not too bad, but I would like Sega Genesis, after you rename the file, when you sort them, they all become like bizarre. They're all in not in alphabet order, because the alphabet order, by you renaming it, you take out the period, you take out the parenthesis, and the alphabet order become different. The sorted order become different. And so when you put it together, like I did with the other home console, I have to go check one by one, 1,425 file, to make sure that the description and the file are the same, same thing. Because once I rename it and then I paste it back to put it in a game list, it was not in order, and it was so messed up, like, oh my goodness. So I actually have to spend that time to compare it. So I will try to provide you guys a list so you have some idea what I have, so you could do like a Control F to search for it, and if it's there, it's, oh yeah, we do have it. Okay, Johnny have it on his list, so we must have it. So never mind. So that way you guys could look at it, and that way it will save me time, save you time. Thinking it's not there, then you say, oh yeah, it's in arcade and stuff like that. So with so many games going on and the name is very similar, it could be very confusing. Like, I understand it could get very confusing. So for example, like, we have so many just put in pause. Yeah, I think that goes out. So yeah, I understand when you come here to the game selection, you have Neo Geo, you have arcade, you got another arcade, and then Capcom is pretty stable. Capcom is all together in one place. But since there's so many arcade, you have different, and they're not in alphabet order, so it's harder for you to figure it out. And there is another one called Final Burnout 2016. That one came from the Final Burnout 2016 ROM set. Originally, I was going to build from there. There's a 4,000 game, and I was going to continue working on it. And I did 200, and I only got 90 of them working. 200 games, some of them are duplicate. They have same game but different region, different, like set 1, set 2, set 3. And so turn out that by doing 200 game, there's only 90 games that actually work. So I was going to go through the list and give you guys complete the 2016, because 2016 is a very popular game set that we use for all the arcade, like special the China console, like the RG 350, or the new one somebody just put out, the A12. So all those games, Final Burnout, you guys use those. So I was thinking maybe I should go ahead and spend the time created a complete list of Final Burnout 2016, so everybody could use it, not just Neo Geo console. You could use it in AIWO. You could use it on JXD, the stock firmware. I'm not talking about customer firmware, I'm talking about regular stock firmware. So you could use it on all that. So that's the reason I did not put that together with those. So that's why maybe throw people off, because people are getting confused by that, because that is some of those games are in arcade and in the request. So will it refresh? Oh, nope, it didn't refresh. I have to turn it off and turn it back on. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this new look and also the new animation that I added. And I'll put that out there. And if you want to stick around, watch the end of the video to see how I did it, you're welcome to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, because it's only for people who's interested in changing your own animation and find out where I get the animation and how I separate them and how to put it together to make it work here. So, all right, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Okay, bye bye. Hi, this is John. It's a quick video showing you how I did this, so that way if you guys want to create your own image, you will know how to do it. You first have to go and you do a Google search, for example, and you want to search for like image. So you say I want to search for YU GIF file, and then you could find one that you like, and it will show you that, and then you pick the one you like. So what I did is I save it into my hard drive, and then those are the picture GIF. Now this one I try to rotate it, but the picture doesn't move no more, so I need to go ahead and delete that. It's no use for me. Seriously. Alright, delete. Can't delete it. Alright. So anyway, then this pictures I cannot able to view it because it doesn't move, because it have to be edited. So what I did is I opened up with the photo paintbrush, and come with a window, and it showed the video. So then I use this it's a SnapTag software to capture this image. Now I'm capturing this video to show you how I did it, so I cannot show you how. I just pretty much open it and say capture, and then I just kind of pick the size I want and I capture it. And then once I finish capturing it, then I open the file using the capture program, so I could view it. Now I don't think I could view it because I'm using the same program that I'm capturing. So what I did is I used this other program called Snap It, and I just pretty much say new and then snap whatever I want, the pictures. So once I finish snapping all the pictures, I save it, and I save it to a hard drive, which is, I call it the Street Fighter Canon YU. So I have total of 12 pictures, and that's all you could do. So some area I kind of like skip frame, so to make it possible to have 12 pictures, so I have to skip frame. And this is the best I could do with, because there's 25 frame, screen by screen, 25, and I make it to 11. So there are some images are being cut off. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is using a program, and I need to rotate it to the right side because I want to replace the one that was in the Neo Geo arcade stick, and that's this one right here. And this is very, very small, so I have to figure out exactly how am I going to get this to work, because the person is real small, and it's going to, this direction. So there's total of 11 pictures, so I need to replace that. But first I need to have it face the left side instead of the right side. So I use this this program called GIMP. It's a free software, and you download it. So I open my first picture, Now I need to rotate it to the right side. So I click on View, Flip Rotation, and I'm going to flip the horizontal. Now once I flip it, I need to get rid of the background. So I click on this magical wand, click here, and then I click Control V, which is actually it's called Control I. Okay, right here, inverse, which is Control I. Okay, that is reverse it. You have to do that first, and then you could do edit, and then you could do cut. So I cut the image out. Now what I want to do is, instead of having a white background, I want a transparent background. So I will do right click here, do new layout, and it's automatically going to pick the size, like, the width and the height. But with that picture over there that I need, the width and the height, it actually need to be 860 by 80. So let's try to do that. See, 860 by 80. So my character definitely is going to be too big. Let's see what that look like. And it automatically become transparent. See, it won't fit. The character is going to get cut pretty bad. The character is going to be too big. So I need to shrink this down to at least 80, and whatever how long this is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this and disregard the change, and I need to change the size of that. So I need to change all this to a correct size. So I need to change it to 80. So I need to shrink this down to 80. So this one is 403 by 169. So I need to change that to at least an 80. So let's look at this real quick, do our math correctly. So I need to change this to the vertical is 80. And the length doesn't matter because we're going to cut it and we're going to move it. Okay, so we're going to do a perfect 190 by 80. So we're going to put 80, we're going to do okay. All right, so now this character is the right size for the video game. Now I can make this. Now what I could do is I can make this longer to the size of 860. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this first, select all, and I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to paste, but I'm going to paste it in a different size, which is going to be 860 by 80. Going to do okay, and so this is the size I want. So let's do undo. Okay, and I want to make this to 860 by 80. Okay, now I'm going to paste the image. Okay, now this image need to be flipped, so I'm going to rotate the image to horizontal. Okay. Now, in order for this to look correctly, I need to go get an image. I need to go open the old image. So it's a little bit complicated. Is you want it to make it look exactly like the other one. Right now the size wise is correct, but the location is not correct. So if you look at it, so if you look at this is the correct side, the correct length. See that? But this character is all over here, right below the image. Okay, so it's starting right here. So I need to move this to where this line is. Okay, so when you shoot, it shoot all the way down here. Now that might be too close because let's see his character. Let's see his again. See his character, his writing is over here, this much. So the writing is start with an I. So you cannot put the character start from this line. So you're gonna start with an I. So we're gonna move this picture to where the I is, and we're gonna go from like this. Okay. So this picture is ready for first picture. So we're gonna say save. We're gonna save it as a first picture and save. All right. So the first picture is done. Now what we could do is make it easier is we could just continue. Now we don't need this anymore. And we have the first picture done. The second picture, we're just gonna open it up again with a paintbrush. We're gonna shrink the size first. We want to shrink this the bottom part to 80. And I guess this must be 190. And I'm just gonna leave it the way it was, 189. Make sure this is 80. Do okay. Alright. So now the character is shrink. So we are going to flip it. So we're gonna rotate, we're gonna flip it horizontal. Then we're gonna select all, and then we're going to cut. Then we're going to go to the other paintbrush, this one, and we're going to paste it here. And we're going to paste it in the same place where the eye is. Okay. And then we're going to save it as number 2. Where's my GF? It will be the Kent and Ryu, or first Street Fighter. Okay. And we're going to save it as number 2. Alright. So we're going to do the same thing and so on. So once we finish, it's all going to look like this. And then we're going to use this program to do the transparency. Okay. So we just show you those two, and we're going to go ahead and fast forward and do the rest. And then we're going to come back and do the transparent background. And then we're going to put this in test and see how it looks. All right. So, okay, last one, number 11. Do you want to save this one that cut? I say no. Resize it. Put it to 80 because we want to keep the height the same, and we don't care about how long it is. So whatever we change this will automatically change with it. So that's what we want to do, because we don't want to make the kin and why you fatter or skinnier. We just want to change the height. So we just go okay, and then we're going to rotate it horizontal, and then we're going to select all, and then we're going to cut it, and then we're going to do Alt Tab. Oop. All right, and now we are here. We're going to paste it, and this should be the last picture. Paste it right there. And what I did is I turned on the view grid right there, so you can see the line better. And so I'm just going to go ahead and save that. Save as, and we're going to save it the last one, number 11. Then we do save. So yes. Okay. Now this doesn't have a transparent background, so you're going to see a white background. So now we are going to go ahead, close this out. No. And now we got all these small pictures that we need to change. Now I forgot to make a backup copy in case I want to use the picture again. So I lost number 1, 2, and 3. But I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I missed those pictures, which is okay. It's good to make a backup in case you want to go back to a bigger size, because if you go from small to big, the graph is going to look ugly. From big to small, the graph is still okay, but if you go from small to big, excuse me, it's not going to look good. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and open this using that program. Okay, so I'm just open the first one, which is ooh, you know what? I'm missing a 0. I got a 1, got a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but I'm missing a 0. Oh wow, I'm missing a 0. Let's see what this look like. So I think I labeled this incorrectly. So this is actually 0, 1, and there's 11. So I accidentally delete 1. Okay, I opened the first picture, which is 0, and we wanted to cut this. So in order to do that, we got to do the magical wand, freeze the selection tool. Then we click here, and then we are going to press Control I, and Control I is actually right here, select, and Control I. So reverse selection. Okay, so we're gonna reverse the selection. Oop, let's undo that. Okay, so click the magical wand. Then we're going to do Control I, we're pressing Control I, and then we're going to right click it, we're going to edit, and we're going to cut. All right, so we took the picture off. Now we want to add a new background, so we're going to go new, new layout, right click, and you select new layout, and we want it 860 by 80, that's correct, and it's transparent, yes. And now we could delete the old one, take the old one right there, and we're going to say delete the layout. All right, so we're going to put it back exactly the same place. So we are going to right click and edit, and then we're going to select paste. All right, so this will be exactly in the same spot the way we want it. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And then we're going to go file, export it out as the first one. So we're going to export that to the first pictures, which is 0, and we say replace. And then we do export again. And that is done. All right. So now we're going to go file, and then we're going to open another one, which is number 1. We're going to do open. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use a magical wand, click on it, and then we're going to do select, invert, Then after that, we're going to do right click, edit, cut, and then we're going to do right click, select new layout, A60 by 80, transparency, okay. Then we delete the layout 1 out. We don't want this anymore, so we're going to select delete. And then we're going to do right click, and then we're going to paste it right back where it was, Control V. And there's the character. But there's a white spot, you saw that? So we don't want that white spot. So we're going to zoom in. Oh, can't zoom in anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on that white spot. Okay, we're going to reverse, select none. We just select that one portion, and you're normally going to just delete it. So you're going to do, you could just cut it. All right, so now we don't have that white spot right there. Okay, so luckily I saw that. I don't know if the other one have, I don't think the other one have it. It's just the both are standing side by side, I believe. So we do, well, we can look at it. Well, let's go ahead and export out before I look at it. Export as to number 1. We do export, replace. It's going to ask you again, say export it. And that's it. You don't have to change any setting, just do yes. And that one is done. But let me see what happened to the first one. Oh, there's a white spot there too. So we need to click on it and right click, file, edit, and we're going to cut that white spot out. And then we're going to file, export it out again to 0, export, replace, export. Okay, so those two are done. Okay, now we're going to the third one. Do one more time, and then we're going to skip all this. I'm going to go to number 2, which is the third one. We're going to open it up, and we are going to use a magical wand. Click on it, and then we're going to press Control I, and then we are going to select, edit, cut, and right click, new, A680, good, okay, highlight, right click, delete, right click, edit, paste. Okay, no white spot, good. Then we're going to go ahead and export it out. Going to export as, and that was this one, the third one. Export, replace, export. So we are number 2. So 0, 1, 2. All right, so I'm going to fast forward this, and then we're going to go check it out. Okay, the image I find out I did something wrong was when I didn't delete this white spot. This is transparent, this is actually a white spot, and I didn't know. So when I went to check it, there was a white spot here. So I need to click here, click on this again, press delete, click here, press delete. So now there's no extra white background. Now I could go ahead and export this out, and I'll go to my flash drive, which is ASPH, and then image, and we are looking at setting, and this is called item focus. And the one I need to replace is number 4, which is up here, export, replace. You don't do save because save is actually saving all this setup. So we're exporting back to the PNG file. So we have to do the rest of this same thing. So click on the one that this one was not done. So click here to stop it from selecting the art. Then I'm selecting the different artwork, deleting the white background. And then I'm going to go ahead and export it out again. and go into my P drive because I already copied it and tested, find out that I did something wrong. So I'm coming back to the image, it's the main one. Oop, not that main one. Setting. And then focus. We're working on number 5, so select number 5, export it, replace, and export. So now the whole thing is transparent. You don't have this white spot. White, I mean, this is transparent, but this is not. So now all this would be look like the color, the background of the color. It's transparent, means you can see right through it. So we finish number 5, then we do one more, number 6. So we go to this one next. Click on this to unselect it. Now click here to select this one, delete, and we're going to export it out again. Go to my P drive, ASPH, go to image, go to setting, focus. The one I'm doing is 6, so choose 6, export, replace, and export. So now, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to fast forward this, and then we can go check it out.